LiveHipHopDaily.tv.
Cash Color Campus Podcast, a high level of conversation back at here, LiveHipHopDaily.tv. I'm going to introduce my guest. Before I introduce my guest, I got to shout out Jay Rainey and Herb and let them know that Mike Vick nor Allen Iverson can start on any team at this point. But I'm going to introduce my mans right now, man.
Where have I walked in on?
Shout out my man, Mr. Hanky in the building. Hanky, what's up, boy?
What's happening, man? We're happy to be here, man.
Man, thank you, man. We got a super producer in the building. I can finally use that term, a super producer, man.
Yeah, man.
Tell me how you got into production, man. How you get into the music in the first place?
I was always I started off playing in a band, playing trumpet and piano and all that good stuff.
Okay.
And then got into DJing, and that was it. You know.
Where you from?
I'm from here.
Oh, you from?
Right down the street.
Oh, okay. So you know
way.
it was that way. That way. That's what's up, man. So you feel like being in the band and all that kind of helped you build up your ear when it comes to production?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's I can play whatever, hear whatever, so it kind of speeds up the process.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
So I know most people, they probably wouldn't know they wouldn't know of Mr. Hanky, but they would know of his music. I had mentioned prior to you coming through, one song that probably jump out to them is California.
Right.
Speak to me about working on California, because that song was always odd to me. I'm like, we got a man from North Carolina, we got a dude from Memphis, we got a producer from Atlanta, and the track's called California. Like, how did that all come together? It's real though.
Nah, it was real. It's like he just broke it down. Nah, I mean, it was just a cool, I did the track, it was a cool vibe.
Yeah.
And it was several different concepts for the song, and that's the one that stuck out of all of them. And it sounded good, it felt good, people liked it, so I said, let's run with it.
Yeah, and it's ran for a while, man. Like you talking about, like it's picked up. If I'm not mistaken, it's been on a soundtrack too, hasn't it?
It's been on movies, all kind of stuff, man. Like. Yeah, so it's cool.
All right, so Mr. Hanky got that check. Bottom line, bottom line, man. But you weren't a one-hit wonder with it, man, because you suddenly followed up with California with another hit from another North Carolina artist, Luke James, man. You got that on the way.
Yeah, Luke Nasty.
Luke James, my bad. Luke Nasty, my sorry. Yeah, with that on the way.
Yeah, on the way. Yeah, it was crazy. That was another. All the songs start off. It all starts with a dope beat. And if the beat is, if it makes you feel a certain type of way, everything else just falls in line. So it just felt good. The situation was cool. It just ran with it.
That's what it is, man. He's a DJ too, isn't he? DJ?
Yeah, he's a DJ.
Was there a clash of DJs when y'all was working on the beat? Like, nah, dog, I got this?
Nah. He's actually real easy to work with. I just gave him the outline, my vision for the track when I heard it. Because, we had a couple of other artists in mind for it. So originally he was just going to be on the hook.
Really?
And things didn't work out with the other artists. So he was like, man, that shit sound good. You know?
Yeah.
So let's make it a single. Let's go.
That's what it is, man. So where are you at right now, music wise? Like, do you have any artists that you're working on in particular? You trying to groom up right now, or is there any tracks you working on for some major artists around the city?
Yeah, I'm working on stuff from everybody from you name it. From Dolph to everybody. If they on the radio, I'm working with them right now. So that type of situation. Yeah.
Word. Is there a standard sound that is a Mr. Hanky beat? You know what I'm saying? Because TM808. You know what I'm saying? You know what they're known for. Is there a certain thing that you're known for as far as a producer?
I mean, just making hits. Other than that. But I mean, when I did the Walk Around the Club, Fuck Everybody song.
Was that you? I didn't know that was you.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like you can be like, oh, I know that he did that.
Yeah.
So I kind of try to keep people on their toes, not to get locked into one sound, because after a while, it's like a fine girl. No matter how bad she is, you see in the same shit, she'll be average.
Hey. Well, so wait. So you did the Walk Around the Club. What other tracks have you done that I've missed?
Ooh, let's see. You got the Walk Around the Club. You got Smart Girl, Dumb Booty with B.O.B.
You know what, style? I knew you did that. Shout to Ravella again, because I remember when she first sent me the song. I was like, she said he has a new song called Dumb Booty, and I said, let me guess the hook, Smart Girl first. She's like, yeah. I said, I'm good with this shit too. So you did that.
I also did a song with OT Genesis and Lil Wayne called Do It.
Okay.
It's going pretty good. It's not necessarily a single.
You got some real placements though.
Yeah. I mean, like real live stuff,
Hank ain't playing with you.
Yeah, I've done the mixtape circuit. It's cool, don't get me wrong, man. But I prefer to do stuff that can actually go.
Yeah.
A lot of the earlier Travis Porter stuff with them and Waka Flocka, that whole Street Service mixtape. their whole first 2-3 mixtapes actually.
Yeah.
A lot of the earlier Soulja Boy stuff from the first 2 albums, Hurricane Chris, man, you name it. Like it's a lot.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I'm hearing you telling me about a lot of A-list artists and a lot of people who are on the radio and getting traction like that. Are you actually in development, like I was saying, with any artists of your own? Are there any artists that you're working up or trying to bring up as your own artist?
Yeah, I got a couple of them. Man, you know, it's just kind of hard a lot of times trying to work with, you know, up and coming artists who think they've already done it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of hard to kind of guide them because everybody thinks they know, but they don't.
Of course.
So it's cool.
Of course, man. All right, so there's a remix coming for On the Way, isn't there? Coming soon?
Yeah, we was actually going to try to put it out earlier, but because of the business side of things, a lot of times I wasn't able to put it out earlier. But I got some people on there that you might have heard of. Young Book,
Okay.
Money Man, who's one of the hottest new.
We was just talking about Money Man.
Yeah,
earlier.
he's hot in the city right now. My boy Boosie Badass, and T-Pain.
Word, T-Pain on it too.
Oh yeah, it's sick too. Like it's you know when you do a remix back in the day, it was like way better than the original. So that's what this is.
Right,
you know, it's not just niggas throwing verses.
I was about to applaud because I already saw where you was going with that. Like, thank you, man. Like, there was a time when if you did a remix, it was a different song. Like, now it's like they barely even changed the verse.
Right. So it's that type of thing, and it's mostly, you know, just for the culture, just for, you know, for what it is.
Got it, man. The topic ain't changed, right? Like, you're still on the way to the hoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's what it is, man. So I know that you're also kind of expanding your brand, as you know, saying to say like the Mr. Hanky brand. Like we're going a little bit past music now. Like what else are you working on the Cash Color Cannabis show?
I've been approached by several cannabis companies.
Okay.
For business ventures.
Okay.
In the cannabis world.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So are we? I know you can't speak a whole lot about it, and I know why. We talking business again.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see you? I mean, I guess can you say we're gonna see you with a strain or what's?
Yeah, you'll
what they
definitely
trying to
see
do?
me with a couple of strains.
Okay.
You'll definitely see that, a couple of oils. You know, that's the new wave right now. I mean, it's big.
Let me see. Mr. Hanky gonna have that pack called On the Way.
Yeah, and it's gonna be online too. So
that's what's up, man. So what made you want to dip and dab into that line?
Actually, when we did the song California, the song California really is not about the state of California. It is, but it's more about the lifestyle and the recreational lifestyle of California, the cannabis. And so when you have a song like that, you know, people kind of reach out to you and they're like, oh, okay, I get what the song about. You know, they're not necessarily talking about women. They're talking about moving products from, back and forth to California. Right. So he says, I flew a bitch back from the A to California. He wasn't really talking about a female. He was talking about a package.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just, so the cannabis world picked up on it. They loved it. And so they've been reaching out in my emails every other day, sending, you know, proposals.
Say word.
Like that way.
Hey,
yeah,
that way. I try to tell him, man, yo, it's because it's funny. Like I don't know if Ravella mentioned, but I'm working on a documentary called "The Color Green, Cash Color Cannabis" about the lack of minorities in the cannabis industry.
Right.
So we debuted the trailer down at South by Southwest. Matter of fact, this past Saturday we debuted it during the Pimp C stage, Pimp C Improved stage. And one thing I do want to get more involved is I want to get a couple more rappers in interviewed before I actually shut down production, because there are a lot of MCs, there's a lot of people in hip hop getting involved in the cannabis industry, and I kind of want that to be known. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That because you know, again, from Snoops to Wizzes to outside of Burner, you don't really have too many artists telling you about they're in this industry. They just tell you kind of how to smoke. So I always applaud when I see a brother come in and say they about to do that, but I also want to press that too. Make sure you tell everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Make sure you speak about that. Be proud of that, bro.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily, you know, we got to stop being the biggest consumers of everything.
Thank you.
And start owning shit, even if you're not, you know, I'm not necessarily the biggest cannabis, what you call it, smoker or advocate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's just a business. Like,
Yeah.
we buy the most shoes. We don't own shit. We buy everything, but we don't own nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah. You
know?
right.
So it's time for it.
You right, man. So are you a cannabis consumer?
More of a secondhand.
Second, you be in the studio, you smell it.
Yeah, I mean, you might as. There are times I'd be like, man, I might as well, because it's like you can't even breathe. You looking at your phone and it's like a cloud of smoke in your phone.
Look, I be joking about that in Atlanta. I'm like, yo, black, white, Asian, whatever. Like, if you in a club in Atlanta and you don't smell weed, I don't know what club you went to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You be in a country club and somebody blowing the bomb.
It wasn't popping. You know, they'd be at the bar rolling up right in front of the police officer, like, hey.
For real.
Like, you got a lighter?
I've seen that. I've seen that with Gucci Mane, to be completely honest with you, man. So, are there any artists that you want to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with yet?
Right now, it's more of a timing thing. Of course, like the Beyoncés of the world.
Mr. Hanky with a Beyonce track.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, Rihanna, that type of level. But everybody else on, you know, that's able to be reached, it's more of a timing thing or scheduling thing.
Okay,
so
that's what it is.
It's literally on the way if it hasn't happened.
That's what it is. Have you had? Who are some of your influences, I guess, coming up, like as far as production, or did you have any?
Not really. Most of the time, I was really, I just go out the vibe of the people. You know, like I go to the club a lot and just stand by the bar or whatever and just, observe people and see what makes them move.
Yeah.
See what they really like. See what they like just because somebody told them they should like or whatever. So I kind of, go off of that kind of vibe and just make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, music is real production driven more than any other time, especially hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So you feel you actually in a key position where you at.
Right. And it's cool because, it's what people don't understand. Producing is not really. It's the beat is like 10% of it, but to give the direction on where it should go. Even the samples I've used. When I brought it to the artist, they really weren't thinking that way.
Yeah.
Nobody said to me, you should sample Frankie Beverly Mays Wheel 1 and flip it on some hip hop shit or Tony Tone. That's stuff that I brought to the table.
That's what's up.
So that's where it all began.
Was it hard getting those samples cleared, especially like Tony? Like I know they kind of, I don't even know if they're still a group anymore. Like, is it hard to get that clearance?
It's not really hard. Like I said, we just got to be better as far as like handling business.
Yeah.
And once you handle business 1 or 2 times the right way, you'll be surprised what you'll get.
Okay.
So when Frankie cleared everything, he's like the Godfather.
For real.
You're like, Frankie cleared it, shit. You might as well clear it.
Yeah, for shit. We got an argument now. It's almost like back in the day when people kept sampling James Brown.
Right.
When James Brown eventually cleared something, well, shit, what's wrong with you, Michael McDonald? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and
exactly.
It's
like,
something.
hey, Frankie cool with it. Hey, you're not Frankie, but it's cool. But it was never that type of situation. Yeah. And, it's just about, taking the proper steps and being respectful in it, So when you sample somebody's stuff, just don't put it out and then let it blow up on the internet, then come back to them and try to, work it out.
Hey, man, you see that often in the music industry now, man. It's funny. One thing we was having a debate about is the contract situation. Like, you have people, they'll put out music. People don't really follow the guidelines of what they even sign anymore, and I think that's kind of a problem. That's a real problem with the music industry right now.
Yeah, honestly, it's a big problem. Just you'll be surprised at the labels and stuff. Everybody's trying to adapt this new way of doing business. And, I guess you have kids who do beats on SoundCloud for $25 or whatever the case may be. But just because they cool with whatever price you throw out there don't necessarily mean I am.
Yes.
So, I think that's the biggest problem. People have to learn that you can't deal with everybody the same kind of way because we're not on the same level.
You right. I love there's a story about Trinidad James producer. Like, I think he found him on SoundCloud, that beat. And I haven't heard nothing from that guy since that moment. Like, I don't know what your paperwork was, nothing like that. But you should have really had a better step up. But again, you're talking about people who are doing beats for $25. Like, you giving away full rights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For almost nothing.
All right. And then it's the type of thing, too, is like, it's people only value what they pay for.
Yeah.
When you go to Bentley, you pay all that money for a car, or Cadillac, you're going to treat the car totally different. You're going to treat the dealership, you're going to look at it totally different. If somebody gave it to you for free, you just don't really care.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. All right, so appreciate you for coming through. We're glad we got you on the show. This is the last segment here, man, but I wanted to make sure that we got enough out of you here. So when is the On The Way remix going to hit, or when can we check? When should we be expecting to hear that online or on air?
As soon as I get through it with my engineers, we're going to do a countdown on my mixtapes. probably like a 24-hour countdown, and it's gonna go crazy.
That's the 24-hour countdown to direct deposits. I feel it, man. All right, so if somebody wanted to get at you, if that's even possible, like if they're independent artists, can they get at you and see if they can get a beat from you?
Yeah, definitely. You can hit me up on at a Mr. Hanky Beat, AMRHANKYBEAT on Instagram and Twitter. A Mr. Hanky Beat at gmail.com.
Yeah.
And my website is getting redone, but it's amrhankybeat.com. It'll be back up probably by the next 24 hours.
That's what's up. Hey, you know what? Last question for you, man. How did you get your name, Mr. Hanky?
I got it in college as a freshman, entering the band at Southern University. I think South Park had just done their Christmas thing, so
Heidi-ho,
we had to shave our head and like all our facial hair, and so we had practice. And they came in, they came in to practice. We was all lined up. There's like, you like Mr. Hanky from South Park, and everybody just bust out laughing. I was like, damn.
Yep, now you got a name.
Well, but it stuck. Hey,
that name worth some money now, man. That name worth some bread now, so man. So I definitely appreciate you coming through. I know I wish we could have you a little bit longer. We could probably see if we could do something later. I know Ravello was trying to see if I can get you and Boot to come up at the same time. That'd be definitely dope. You know,
yeah, definitely.
Boot through. So but I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming through out here and rocking with us tonight. Before we close out, we're gonna drop another video. Don Q featuring Loso Loaded, that young veterans, man. I got a chance to see Don Q at South by South. Matter of fact, he was at the Live from the Barbecue event. I can't remember nobody else, but I remember him. So salute to him, man. Check out that video, Young Veterans, Loso Loaded, another one on the come up. Again, thank you to our guest today, Mr. Hanky. Follow him on Instagram. And if you're an artist, I'm pretty sure if you're an artist with a budget more than $25, definitely hit him. Definitely hit him up and see if y'all can work out one of them hit records like California
at
on
least
the way.
$35.
Yeah, man. You know them samples ain't cheap. Samples is not cheap, bro. Man. You got.
Well, that's on them to clear. So you know.
All right, so I appreciate y'all, man. Oh, one final thought. I want y'all to really sit down and think about this. Michael Vick cannot be a starting quarterback in the NFL National Football League as we speak, and Allen Iverson was better off coming off the bench. Just think about that, guys. I mean, black people, I know we hold these people up as immortals, but just think about that. Sometimes people are in better positions in different situations. Allen Iverson should have came off the bench. He should have been Vinny Johnson. Michael Vick should not be starting in a football league right now, and he knows this. But black people don't seem to know this.
He's starting for somebody?
Hell no. Exactly. That would have been my thought, too.
I was about to say, he was in Medusa 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. He know what's up. And this man over here talking about, the Jets. Man, look, we go from Medusa to the Jets. All right.
We got Fitzpatrick and Geno Smith.
That's y'all problem. I'm telling you, Michael Vick.
Well, he's better than them, but
there's a but at the end of that.
Is he better than what's the Chicago nigga?
Jay Cutler.
Is he better than Jay Cutler?
we're better than Jake Cutler.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. But do you want me as a starting quarterback? Do you-
What? We just saying mad teams that Michael Vick could have started for.
Look, we gonna do it.
Not fucking with him.
You know what?
Oh, no, he's in the sunken place.
Yeah. I've been debating doing a 420 show. When we do a 420, we're going to do a pop-up. We're going to have our sponsors, Bake Nation and Uncle Dudes out here. We're going to bring this debate all the way back, man. I need to see y'all lit again with this conversation because y'all seem to be really into this. But again, thank you to our guest today, Mr. Hanky. Thank you to Live Hip Hop Daily for supporting this ratchetness that we call podcast, Cash Color Canvas Podcast, a high level of conversation. I'll see y'all next week, man.